Thank you for stopping by and welcome to the world of guitar playing. This is lesson 8 of my Guitar Lessons for Beginners series part 1. My name is John Vito. I've been playing guitar for over 50 years and I'm here to help you learn how to play guitar easily. If you're new to guitar playing and haven't viewed the other 7 parts of this video series, here's a link above. You can go there and watch 1 through 7 and then join me here on the E chord. If you feel you just want to start at the E chord, well, that's okay too. So here we go. Previously, we went over the common chords of D, G, and A. These are some of the most common major chords you will play on guitar. Today, we're going to add the E chord to the list. As we're going over these chords, we're doing exercises with the chord changes or guitar progressions, chord progressions that are also very common on guitar. What I like to teach is chords don't live on an island. They're part of a series of chord changes or progressions. We will be going over the chords and the common chord progressions and fingerings that you'll need in order to play songs, because that's the goal here. That way, if we're going over progressions, your brain thinking and your muscle memory, especially in your fretting fingers, will develop to make these common chord changes more efficiently. So that's the goal, efficient chord changes right now. And first of all, just learning how to finger the chords. So today it's the E chord. The E chord is very common in the key of E, obviously, but also used a lot in the key of A, which are both common guitar chord keys. So let's see, the chord E, chord E is done with 3 fingers like this. Now, if you look at the chart over here, it shows finger 1 on string 3. For some reason, they count up on guitar 1, 2, 3. On fret 1, which is right here. Now, I always advise you put your string pretty close to the fret going this way. So finger 1, fret 1, string 3, the G string. Finger 2 goes up here on the A string or the 5 string on fret 2, and again, try to keep it on this side of the fret, not that side of the fret opening, but that way. And finger 3 goes here below finger 2. So it's a 2, 3, 1 from top to bottom if you're looking at it from this direction. Now again, the thumb, some people start like this, or they do this to try to finger it and look at it, but don't do that. Keep the guitar vertical and put your thumb squarely on the back of the neck, because what happens then is if your thumb is back, you have the U, which I've been teaching in all the other lessons, to keep your fingers at a 90-degree angle to the frets, to the fretboard. Now, you don't have to press down hard while you're practicing the E chord. You can just gently place your fingers on there, and then when you want to play the chord, apply pressure just enough to make it ring clearly. So that's the E chord. Let's try that again. Finger 1, fret 1 of the G string, 3rd string. Finger 2 on the 2nd fret of the A string or the 5 string, and finger 3 below it on the 4th string, fret 2. Again, a lot of the fingerings we've been doing are triangles, 3 fingers in different triangular shapes. This is the E shape. Now, we're going to run into the E and the A chord being associated with each other in so many songs that I'm going to teach you how to make a quick change from E to A. So let's go to the E again, 2, 3, 1, 2nd fret, 2nd fret, 1st fret. Now when you go to A, the 1st finger stays on the G string. It does not move. It slides up here to the 2nd fret. So just from the 1st fret to the 2nd fret. Then your 2nd finger goes down from this on the E chord to this on the A chord. So from the E to the A, fret fingers 1 and 2 do this. It's a minimal motion. And that's the whole idea. We don't want you to be moving around a lot. And then the third finger goes down here. So it's 3 fingers in a triangular shape on fret 2, second finger on the D string or the 4th string up. First finger, it slides up from the 1st fret of the G string to the 2nd fret of the G string, string 3. And your 3rd finger goes down here on the B string. And remember, if you put your thumb around here, this string here may get hit by that 3rd finger. So pull your thumb back around, make the U, have your fingers come down straight. There's your A chord. Now we slide the 1st finger back down here to the 1st fret, put 2 and 3 on the 2nd fret of strings 4 and 5. There's the E chord. A chord. E chord. Now, if you're doing the A chord the traditional way that all these YouTube teachers are teaching you, and most beginner teachers teach, 1, 2, 3, when you go to the E chord, you have to move every finger to a different string. You have no anchor finger, so you have to go like this. And the A chord also requires your elbow in this motion. See how my elbow is out to play that A chord? Then the E chord, my elbow comes back in like this. A, E. But if you do the 2, 1, 3 finger, the elbow stays right where it is. It doesn't push out because that won't work. The other way is, or the 2, 1, 3 fingering on the A makes it so you can do this. Now the E to the D, again, your 1st finger on the D chord, you're going to play in the key of A, you're going to play A, D, and E a lot. So to go from E to D or back, you slide the 1st finger up again, like you did on the A chord, and then do the 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the B string, 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the E string, E, D, E, D. Let's do it slow. E, slide the 1st finger, it's your anchor, D. Slide it back down, the 1st finger anchor here. And now we're going to go to A, slide the 1st finger up, back to E, back to A, back to E, back to A, and we're going to go to D now, which means the 1st finger stays almost where it is, and the 2nd and 3rd go down to the D chord, back to A, back to D. Let's go to the E chord. 1st finger slides down. Remember that 1st finger never leaves the G string. That's why this system works so well, because your 1st finger stays on that string, slides up here to the D. And that's how you can do these chords quickly. Okay. I know this is a lot to take on. Your fingers are going to hurt. You have those marks on your fingers and they may be very sore and your calluses aren't developed yet. If you're playing electric guitar, it's a little bit easier. If you're playing classical nylon string guitar, it's a lot easier. But eventually you have to get those calluses formed. And again, make sure your fingernails aren't long, because you can't fret your fingers directly onto the strings if you have long fingernails. If you have any questions on this lesson or any of the other lessons, I'm happy to answer them in the comments. Please like and leave a comment here. It helps the video do well so others can see it and benefit from these simple guitar lessons. My goal is to help you comfortably learn how to play guitar and enjoy the journey. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next lesson.